had to lay the law down on everybody over here. You guys, I should have just gone live and then yelled at everybody, but
I thought we were live for the past 20 minutes.
The intros are annoying enough. Because you guys don't listen to anything. You guys just talk the whole time.
Dude, I thought this was a moto podcast we were doing tonight. I didn't even. I saw these guys. I thought I got on the wrong channel.
No, it's exactly. This is the exact. Now I have two facets of people that act just like assholes, just like the other one. So I'll introduce everybody. Let me get rid of this thing up here in front of us, the logo. All right, first we got. I'll bring Michael up. Pin video. Mike Romanelli. What's up, dude?
What's up, everyone? How's everyone doing tonight?
We're doing great, yeah.
Cheers,
yeah.
cheers.
Cheers,
oh,
everyone.
Mike,
Cheers.
I want to touch your butthole.
All right, next up we got the other co-host. Oh, I just muted you. Sorry.
Don't do that.
Henry Suarez.
What's up, my people?
You need to hit the applause button.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh,
See, Nick knows all about this stuff. Oh, no, I don't have the chip in here because I had my... I took the SD card out of the thing here so I could try and film some moto. So maybe I'll slip that back in here in a second. And last but not least, we got our guest on this one, but my co-host on my Dirt Bike podcast, Nick Gore.
Cheers.
Nick Gore,
what he was going to introduce me with.
That was it. Turbo Nuts. Turbo Nuts is his screen name on Instagram, so that's what I call him.
I won't accept your friend request.
For a long time.
Turbo Nuts.
So
I like that. I like that.
There's two Turbo Nuts because the other Turbo Nuts found me and started talking shit on a random fucking feed.
Oh no, really?
You tell him you run him over with your motorcycle?
Yeah, he spelled it wrong. I think he's British.
He spelled it with two L's.
He spelled it with an S, not a Z. And I was gonna call him out. He's been on Instagram like way longer than I have. So I couldn't say shit.
Is he a rider as well?
No, he posts pictures of like 10 speeds and hipster type shit, but
Vespas.
Yeah, he doesn't have any dirt, but he posts beer and bicycles, so he's close enough.
Nice.
He's the Euro version of you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're redneck Turbo Nuts, and he's Euro trash.
Yeah. That's not bad. It's your I can't say, what is it? A doppelganger?
Doppelganger.
Yeah.
That would just mean they look alike. Nick's a doppelganger of fuck's his name again? Damn it.
I don't know.
I think you look a little like Rob Dyrdek.
No.
When I first saw you, you look like a
I need my it's this hoodie I'm wearing.
No,
my
like a
Amazon
blend
hoodie.
of Rob Dyrdek and Tony Hawk.
What's the rapper name?
I'm out of here.
Macklemore.
I'm gone.
Macklemore.
Yeah. I think he looks like a rapper. But which one? Nas? Yeah.
Which one's the white one?
Yeah.
The most recent.
I was gonna say
rapper.
I was gonna say Wyclef Jean, but that's just me.
Yeah, the Jizza.
Yeah, landed on thick.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get whacked on this podcast. I could just feel it.
that's what we do here. You know, we just
What
get
we
drunk.
usually do, but the numbers, even though they're just digital, it multiplies my excitement level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not that
Mike's
much.
Mike's really into whacking off our guests, so you know,
All right.
be ready.
I'm
Yeah.
ready to get whacked off.
Virtually, I do virtual whacking off. Look at, let's see. We're
There you
looking at
go.
Ooh,
that. Is that Macklemore? I never knew what the guy looked like.
Yeah, it looks like Nick. Nick is Macklemore.
Mike can look at that while he jerks me off.
Yeah, he's way more famous than he thinks. Dude, look at that right in the middle here. That's him.
My hair was a little shorter on the sides
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I see it.
I see
I
it.
kind of got those lazy eyes.
What do you mean?
If I smoked like weed, I'd look more like Macklemore, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's all you got to do.
Like look more like Macklemore, I bet.
Oh, yeah. That's all you got to do is smoke weed and you'll look exactly like him.
Yo,
Smoke
that
weed and I'd
picture.
be a rapper? That seems like the most
Dude,
Yeah.
you could be like,
stereotypical thing.
you could just be like if you ever smoke weed, you're just like, dude, I was just trying to channel my Macklemore, my inner Macklemore.
Trying to get in my Macklemore zone.
I don't even know his music. I
What?
think
One
Yeah, the
song.
pic-
Everybody only knows one song.
it's the one where he's like talking to
so
himself
offended.
back and forth.
The thrift store song.
Then he turned into like a social justice warrior rapper.
Yeah, right. There's like something where he's like going back and forth about something. I heard. I
Yeah,
remember hearing
everybody's
once.
the victim.
And suddenly, only one podcast names him because the co-host looks like him.
This is his comeback.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
comeback.
Macklemore
needs
is
you.
trending on no carnival parking.
Macklemore needs Nick to get big right now. Save
Yeah.
his career.
Honestly,
You're
I
welcome.
feel like it'd be easier for us to get Macklemore at this point than it was to get you. I mean, that was a get.
I had to be
So-
tricked into getting on this podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're gonna talk about dirt bikes. And,
That's
you know,
great.
Who the
That's
fuck are
fucking
these
great.
guys? Am I in the wrong
We're having
show?
Serious audio issues
Yeah.
tonight, huh?
No,
Is everyone frozen?
No, it's just your computer. Don't ruin the show for everyone, Mike. How selfish is he?
There, you back, Mike?
I'm back.
Welcome back to the show. Look, he froze up again. He
Did Clint cut out for everybody else when he said that?
so you heard it too, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude,
We're trying
Clint,
to
as
be.
soon as
We're
you become
trying.
a smart ass,
Nick's been doing this to me for 3 fucking years. All right. So.
Oh, we're trying. Oh, yeah, we try to be nice to him when
We're
he
trying-
does
we're
the
trying to be-
robot voice.
Yeah, we're trying
Yeah.
to be very professional today and not laugh at it because we got a reprimanding the last time.
Yeah, because it's fucking.
I get
Um,
yelled at every
Nick-
time.
No.
Oh, he
see,
yells at you too.
No, you don't even know.
Guys,
Nick-
Clint, you're like this with fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to chill out a little bit, bro.
Yeah,
Jesus
this
Christ.
is
You
me.
need to smoke more weed, man.
Yeah.
You're
I
pushing
don't
the wrong buttons.
I don't know.
Dude, look, Nick, just for fun, we'll fire Henry up at some point for you.
Yeah.
You'll see how easy that is as he's over
To-
here like, yo, you gotta
Totally.
settle down. Nick was with me through.
That normally happens when we're off air.
Yeah. Nick's been with me through many different platforms and software and everything else. So,
He's like from the
You could write an
MySpace days.
article.
dude,
He's back there with the reel to reel.
no, we definitely. I had some bootleg shit, OBS, which is just it's outsourced broadcasting software.
Oh, I thought that was when you like can't stop shitting. Isn't that what that is?
IBS.
It was old bullshit.
So, I assume Nick, you ride,
Yeah,
and that's where you guys met.
yeah.
Cool.
I mostly rode. Clint was like he was the East Coast guy to look up to when I was younger, and then he had the amateur series, and then I fucking went and won that bitch, and then I got a job out of it.
Nice.
Because Nick was fun to party with, not necessarily even because he rode well. We were like, he'll
No.
make it through the show, but he's a hell of a good time.
I snuck in like I'm at this level. Even now on the podcast, I'm like, who am I on the podcast with? Like when we do the moto stuff with huge names, I'm like, all right, this is just like my whole career of riding. I just showed up, and people are like, who's this guy? And then I'll start drinking, and then they're okay with it.
So, that's pretty cool.
My
Yeah,
skill set.
that's pretty cool though. You said about Clint because he downplays. I don't know shit about moto. I think it's really cool when it was hopping, years ago on the X Games. I watched, but I don't know anything about it. And this guy tries to downplay. That was pretty cool.
Because I
Clint's the
tell
man
him-
on the East Coast.
Nick, I tell him I sucked. Like I was just able to scratch it by. I took on the same way I'm doing with comedy. I took on more of the business end of it, and I got that, and I made a good living at it. And that's just how I look at the comedy thing too. I don't necessarily need to be the best. I want to be respected by my peers, which is the same reason that I wanted to flip for myself, so that I could at least have that under my belt as an accomplishment, and I want to be good enough at comedy that nobody's ashamed to have me in the room with them. And you know what I mean? Put on good events.
What's harder?
I don't know. Like, I would think if I got into I realize now the personality I developed riding and being around like the people I was around all the time is what I use for comedy. Like, it's a lot of the same thing. So I think that if I
No, not being around the best of the best. What's harder, getting on the stage in a comedy room?
Oh.
Or hitting a jump or whatever you're gonna do.
Fuck, hitting a jump's way scarier, right, Nick? Like,
yeah,
fuck,
I
dude.
guess. I don't know. I don't do jokes,
dude. Think about.
I'm not a fucking clown.
Think about.
Yes, I don't know. I'm not a fucking
Dude.
clown.
Carnival.
I don't know how hard. I don't know how hard it is to tell a joke.
Nick, why did you go so long all the time?
Because I didn't want to crash. I could probably ride out going long.
And you were worried about. You were scared.
Coming
about,
up short, yeah.
Yeah.
Bombing.
Yeah, that shit's scary. Not fucking bombing on stage.
I do the same thing. I start telling a story on the podcast, and then I just drink. I don't have an ending.
I guess that's
laugh.
the difference. That's the difference between it's like, oh well, I might get embarrassed, or I might break every bone in my body.
Well, not
Clint. Honestly, I wasn't sure. I think a normal person would say dirt biking or moto, but I wasn't sure you were going to say that because I hear so many people say it's the scariest thing ever. It's the,
what,
I wasn't sure.
Getting on stage?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I agree, but listen, Nick can attest to this too. You weigh shit out in worst outcome. And like, what's my worst outcome of bombing on stage?
Yeah.
Like, my ego's hurt. You ever crash in front of 7,000 people and get hurt? That sucks dick too. That hurts both.
And then it hurts for a fucking year later.
Exactly. So
you don't usually need like metal plates or screws when you bomb on stage.
Yeah. You don't lose 6 months
usually.
worth of income because you bombed on stage. Like,
yeah. You're just that's true. I mean, that's true.
I
would think it's harder. I think that's why.
Unless you pulled your dick out, then maybe.
I think you said something about pulling dicks out.
Yeah, I said
you buffered.
I said except for if you pulled your dick out on stage, maybe that could put you off stage for 6 months or something.
The computer fucked up your timing on that one bad.
Yeah.
It always does every time.
It went for you.
I can't get excited and talk loudly into the microphone. It cuts out.
So you gotta be even more Clint Esposito and chill.
Be just me out in public versus just how I actually am with people I know.
Yeah.
If you get any calmer, you'd be dead.
I used to that's when we'd get nervous in the locker room. I'd just crack jokes, right, Nick?
Yeah. We're just usually just bully people. That's what he calls cracking jokes. It's just
that's great. So you're ugly and your mother's a whore. You're like, Jesus, what's the matter, dude? He's like, I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
No. In Jersey, he just talks about sticking fingers up his asshole.
Yeah, just like the same way I would do in a comedy room. Exactly. I did the same thing in locker rooms way before this.
Yeah. He doesn't talk shit like that with the rev around,
I always give.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. But oh shit.
So Nick, freestyle's your thing. That's what that's your main go-to. Is that what you started with? Were you into racing at all, or is this just like?
No, I was racing, and then I wanted to do freestyle. And then I couldn't figure out how to get into it. And then that's when I found, Clint was doing the amateur contest because there's nothing like that in freestyle. There's no like amateur scene really. And
really? Okay.
Yeah. So he pretty much started. It was everybody it was a pretty new sport at that point. Not super new, but 10 years, Clint? About that time?
Probably about that.
Maybe 15. So it was like to have an amateur series was brand new. And then, basically once I started doing shows, my whole like skill set tapered off. Because then it was just I'm making money and getting to party with these guys.
Nice.
So I did what I needed to do.
What was the first, huge trick that you landed? And that was when it was like, okay, I fucking got this.
Clint's favorite, when I did heel clickers when I was little. Clint loves heel clickers.
What, can you show us an example of that? Someone?
Find it, Clint. I'm just kidding. Clint hates heel clickers. He says
Oh,
they're gay.
hates it? Oh,
Is
okay.
that?
But when you're little and you learn a heel clicker, that's the coolest fucking
All right,
shit.
so it's like doing a kick flip when like you finally skateboard.
Yeah, if that.
sounds more.
Oh, it's not.
More
It's
like
not
ollie.
even that. An
Like
ollie.
ollieing? Yeah.
I'm seeing if I can
Yeah.
find one. Yeah, so it's like, it's when you're a kid, it's the first trick you learn and you're so amped.
Okay.
And then I don't know, just
Is
whatever
that
trick.
that's the heels above the handlebars, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you click
exactly.
them together, like out in front of you.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Oh,
still do one.
That seems
with full
pretty
pride.
crazy. That seems pretty. As a normal person that doesn't know much about this, I would think that's pretty fucking cool.
See?
Yeah.
We would do a show. You could do a heel clicker. It's the lamest trick.
Yeah.
And the crowd would cheer every time. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, when you've only
Oh,
got 10
those-
tricks.
Not that the one where you put like your feet into the handlebars and like you still have your hand on the handlebars and like bend your body all the way back. That is
Cordova.
fucking amazing.
What's it
Was
cordova?
it Cordova?
Cordova.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
one I
that
can't
shit
do.
is awesome. Every time I see people do, you know who was really good at that was that Twitch kid, Stenberg, right? Twitch Stenberg.
Yeah.
He was fucking
Jeremy
nasty at
Twitch.
those.
I don't think he did Cordovas.
Really? I could have sworn that was fucking
He
him.
might
I thought he
have
was
here.
like a little dude. Just remember like one little
Could have
dude.
been
fucking...
Scummy. Scummy looked just like Twitch. They were the same setup for a while.
What do we got here?
Cordova. The nerds have taken over Cordovas.
Yeah, they think.
There you go. Who the fuck is
shit
that?
That is so cool.
Click it.
Yeah, that's really
Just
cool,
gonna
man.
put it up in the side. Flick
What? What's that shit where you hang off the
Jesus
the end?
Christ.
I love that one.
Hang off the end, double grab.
Yeah, that's always my. I always think that's so crazy.
I mean, we can do those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't Superman like similar to that, right?
What's going on here?
Click on Emily.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, can we
Yeah,
look at?
it's
Let's look
not
at Emily for. Let's look at
Yeah,
Emily for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
What's the
what,
rules
what,
on this?
yeah, what's going on here? I mean, Nick, you're great and all, but can we get Emily on here? Or...
Yeah, can you get Emily on the horn, Clint?
yeah. Can we have
Got her contact?
can we have our first ever call in? Because that'd be awesome.
no,
Damn.
I don't think you want to.
Oh. He knows you.
Me?
No, I'm just laughing. Clint makes me laugh. That was
Well, he is a comedian.
no, it's just the way he's. I don't think you want to.
He means nothing more. I don't think you want to.
Don't think you want to. No, so what is that trick? I love that. That was a sucker for that trick where like
Double
it's
grab?
out and the yeah, really? That's not that
Yeah.
crazy either.
It's mental.
That looks fucking nuts, man. You the things like you're not you have like a couple fingers on the fucking
here's
bike
thing.
in the like come on.
Anything I could do, I don't think is that hard. So if I used to be able to do it, it's not that hard.
So,
All right, so what could you not do?
Most
shit.
of my stuff in flips. There was some technical
Flips
shit I
like
couldn't
front
do.
flip.
Well, and yeah, I never did. I did backflips. I did backflip knack-knacks, but I never did like backflip double grabs. People do that shit in backflips.
Clint's
Backflip
Adderall
and then
kicks in every once in a while.
yeah, right. It's like he's just like all of a sudden he's got that time release shit, right? And every once in a while it just beep. And the funny thing is, I don't think the people hear that. I think we just
They
hear it.
don't.
That's why he gets so mad every time I bring it
it's
up.
the
Yeah.
software catching the video and the audio up, so the people at home don't get it.
So it's an inside joke, people. We're sorry. You have to be a guest on no filter, on no carnival.
No filter comedy.
No filtered carnivals
You have to be a guest
to
on no
freedom.
Carnival.
No filters to freedom.
No filter to freedoms. You could be a guest anytime you like.
So Mike, why don't you ask Nick about some things?
Why am I getting grilled?
Because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have the same.
No, I got.
I'm
I got
sure
my
you have some,
hatchet. Look at
some,
it. Look at
like,
that.
Did you see the stuff I posted about vitamin D, Nick?
No, I didn't get to that. I saw it, but I didn't click on it yet.
It has like a direct effect of like how severe people's cases
Yes.
were.
I'm not
So-
even surprised by that. Why is it? Why is that mind blowing? I mean, I get
It's-
why you're posting it.
My point is that why isn't our government, if they're so fucking worried and trying to help everybody, why aren't they pushing that? Because that's
Because who owns the government? Merck, Pfizer.
Yeah, that's why I
Right,
literally,
yeah.
They
telling
can't sell
them-
you shit if you're healthy.
Yeah.
I literally told Clint today in a conversation. I was like, dude, I go hard and everything. I'm scared of big pharma. But
Big pharma.
whatever. We have 70 people that listen, so it's okay. But vitamin D is like
that's me, Mike. That's me.
a lot of people that
Oh,
is
shit,
it
is
really?
it really?
Yeah.
Clint.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Digging those boots, homie.
Yeah.
People who
That's
don't
fucking-
ride don't get how cool white boots are.
Yeah, white boots are the shit. Here.
Fuck.
This is me going, look at my balls.
I call this the ball visual.
Dude, that's so crazy, man.
Let's find. I'll get out of here. I'll find Nicholas. That's like right at the end of my.
You want to get me fired up about fucking conspiracy or truth and free
Facts?
thinking?
Just true stories.
Yeah, true stories, and you guys
Yeah,
show me this cool.
Stories of people that have conspired.
And you got to show me a cool.
What's
you
your,
know,
what's your
right there,
favorite
Clint.
true story?
I'm like a fucking like a moth in a flame when you show me the freestyle. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, wow, you guys
I'll
do
find
that?
it.
I know people that do that shit. It's crazy. It's so
You
nuts.
did it. I don't do shit anymore.
No,
No,
You don't
I
even-
haven't in a while.
not even for fun.
I mean, he rides.
I mean, I'll ride, but Clint sent me down to South America on a bike wasn't comfortable on, and I got hurt. And then he told me I can't ride for him anymore.
Oh, you weren't part of that whole like
Oh, like escaping from South America. thing?
kidnapping from.
No, I did
Okay.
look at like plans of if I couldn't get on a plane, how would I get back? I seriously did, because I almost didn't get on the plane because I was bleeding all over the place.
That's Nick.
Oh, there you go, Nick.
Fuck yeah.
But vitamin D, right? So let's real quick. Vitamin
So you need
D.
vitamin D to synthesize vitamin C, or vice versa.
Versa Visa.
Those two things go hand in hand. Like you can only absorb one if you get the other.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but there's definitely some truth to that. But what I was gonna say about vitamin D is that I know when I went to natural doctors and stuff a long time ago, that they were explaining to me how like pretty much anybody who's got cancer, XYZ, they're deficient in vitamin D.
I bet.
So most Americans, most people in the world are deficient because we're all inside so much now. So I think Clint, the research you were dropping is like makes sense that if you're. That's why anytime the sun's out, I'm in my backyard. Because I just know that, that's the sun is our energizer. You know what I mean? And that's where you get your vitamin D from. And that's what almost all life needs: the sun and needs water.
Here's what's not being addressed, right? Look at what places are hit really hard. Either people that are old or people that are, and think about the amount of deaths that are in nursing homes.
Yeah.
I bet you they're not being fed a really good diet to where it's
No.
balanced and they're getting all of their vitamins and minerals and stuff. I'm sure those people are deficient and stuff, and they're not getting out in the sun, and nobody's talking about.
And they're not in the sun.
And nobody's
Yeah.
talking about any of this stuff. Like everybody's like, just
Nobody's talking about food at all. Everybody's sitting at home doing Uber Eats
yeah.
and thinking that
Yeah.
that's the
Drinking
best way to
beer.
go. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, so
dude.
I got kids. So every time we go out, my kids are like wild hillbilly kids. They go run around. If we're going to be out for 8 hours, I put sunscreen on them. But kids go outside, not to go to the beach, just to go play. Their parents slather them up with sunscreen. So that's blocking vitamin D. They got
Yep.
the sun hats on. They got sunglasses on. Nobody's getting any vitamin D naturally from the sun.
Yeah.
And they wonder why all these kids are deficient and things and sick and
Guys, what's up is what's down. We could go even deeper. I mean, I did it about 5 or 6 years ago. I was really into it. I just don't do it because I don't wake up this early anymore. But we're actually supposed to stare into the sun.
sun gazing, right?
Yeah, I did that for a long time.
That's the this is the third time I talked about this week with somebody. No joke.
Yeah, so sun gazing is a lot of people talk about it, and people say it's irresponsible to say this and that. Listen, let me tell you something. If you go, you have to go in the sun first when the sun is rising or setting. Where I live, I have to do it when it's rising for me to get a good view of
Is
it.
anybody reading this? Has this ever been brought up on the fucking news? Like, alcohol stores are the one of the stores that have remained open the entire time.
The entire time, man. Yeah,
They
I
gotta
talked
keep
about
us
this. That's
passive.
how I got on with Sam. Is you know, he's a friend of mine, whatever. But I freaked the fuck out, and I'm in the liquor business, and I freaked the fuck out when they deemed that essential, and fucking in New Jersey said guns weren't.
Yeah.
And that's when I started losing my mind. And that's when, like, people started listening to me because I'm like, guys, no one's talking about this. We need to talk about this. And I want to sell alcohol. But come the fuck on.
Well,
You should just
it's not
add.
like cancel it. It's just open it all up and let people choose.
Well, yes, but you can't. It's so crazy, man. So, like, I have a friend. He was episode
Big
2
Brother
on
needs
ours.
to watch out for you.
Scott, right? So Scott was on, and he's a personal, you know, he's somebody we almost should get back on because he's going hard. He doesn't give a fuck. He's about to open, but he owns a gym, right, Nick? He's a boxing trainer. But what he keeps trying to explain to people, it's a one-on-one gym, right? It's not a place where there's a million people on top of each other. It's a one-on-one personal training facility. He trains a lot of boxers, fighters, but for him, most importantly, he trains a lot of veterans that have PTSD and a lot of special needs people. That normally, I'm not trying to be funny here. I know I make jokes, but when it's about special needs, I'm not. But a lot of them are overweight, right? So he's teaching them how to fight and getting them in shape. And the parents are calling him like, you got to open up your place. Like, my kid is, and that's a real thing. And he's like, so he's going to break it. He doesn't give a fuck. He's already put it on Instagram, Facebook, everything. He doesn't give a fuck that he's essential because that's essential. You got these veterans.
Yeah, to those kids' lives, that's huge.
You got the veterans, and you got these kids that are, when you work out, and that releases endorphins. The special needs kids that don't have the social skills or whatever, they have it's a real touching, man. When he used to post the videos of him training these kids, you see them come to life a different way. That's like, wow, you get something in your stomach. You're like, wow. And for now, he's showing the fucking emails, the text from the mother saying, how are you not essential? Like, I need my kids to go in these gyms.
Yeah, because those kids need that.
I'm not sure about a gym where everyone's on top of each other. Like, honestly, I went to the gym my entire life, and before all this shit, my gym was getting so grimy that I was like, this is getting gross. Like, as I got older, I was starting to get skeeved the fuck out. It's just nasty. And I was like, what's going on here? So I'm not saying all gyms, like, you know, but personal training, one-on-one facilities for athletes and all this kind of stuff. Come on, man. It's just crazy that the government's deeming things essential and non-essential. I mean, how fucking degrading is that? How degrading
is that? It seems kind of like intentional. I was talking about that today with my dad.
How degrading is it? Just as our psyche. Man, Nick, all right, you're a father, right? So how fucked up is it that little kids can't hug their grandparents? That's fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, if they're in an old folks home, because it's like no one's stopping me from getting. If the old people are
no,
good
but I'm
and healthy,
just saying in general, right? I mean, especially maybe because where we are in New Jersey, like, you're not supposed to do that, right?
We're not supposed to here, but my kids' grandparents are like, bring the kids over, like, and I get it. If you're real old and ill, obviously take some space, but I've been kind of like anti this thing. I don't know. I just feel like it's they overstep their bounds right away. Let people can choose. If you know grandma's sick, she's real old, of course you're gonna make the right decision. You wouldn't go there with any other illness. Yeah. But they made it act like everybody's. You go places and you feel like you're gonna get sick. Like when this first started, I wasn't buying into it. But you go into a store and you're feeling nervous. You're feeling like, fuck, I'm gonna get sick.
Yeah.
They can talk. You know, sometimes you can talk yourself into being sick.
Yeah, you can every time, like man. Every time. So that is exactly. I was when I'm wrong about things, I'll admit it. I'm not gonna be a hard-headed ass. I like to look at things, and and I know you guys could bust my balls forever. All you guys, I know it's fine. Yeah. I was here when I saw the NBA was canceled. I'm like, oh, something's going on. I was watching China, and I thought I saw the whole 2 million cell phone users. I'm like, oh, they're dead. This is a real pandemic. it's a real pandemic, like 1918 or the Black Plague, if it's a real pandemic, that's the way we have to act. We got to like you don't even leave the house for food. Like, so I was crazy, you know, and I was going out with masks before there was masks, and I was stocking up, and I was like, but I thought it was a real.
I invented the mask.
Yeah, no, I didn't invent the mask, but I was. But what I'm saying is I'm wrong. I was wrong. I'm admitting I was wrong right now, because if it's a real pandemic, but now it's like, is this a plandemic? And a lot of my truther friends and people that are around me that question things from the beginning, and I was a little bit more skeptical. Like, I don't know, guys, this might be real. Now I feel like just bamboozled, and I feel like our rights have just been taken away.
100%. But that's the way everybody needs to act now. Is not one way or the other. You act the way you think you should. Everybody has the right to react to situations the way they want. And then when you find out, you get information that changes, then you just adjust. And nobody should fucking bust balls. I mean, short of being a dickhead and joking around, but like,
friends.
in, you know, real life, it's like, okay, any one of us could have been wrong. But once you get to that point where you get more information, all right, fuck it. Let's move forward. I don't give a fuck what happened last week. Let's go with what's the right thing now, or at least what we think is.
Guys, when you have someone, Elon Musk, probably the smartest person to walk around us these days, is breaking. He could look at stats and facts or whatever. If Bill Gates could fucking do it, and he's not a doctor, but we all gotta trust him and his fucking injections. Now Elon's looking at shit and he's like, "No, guys, you got this wrong. Go back to work. You're gonna fuck everyone up." Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
well, here, like you were saying when the NBA did it, when I see things like that, for me, because I'm just constantly being a skeptic, I'm like, all right, this is a fucking for show type deal. The media's in on it, because I feel like all that stuff's in cahoots, and they know they're gonna get a big base of younger people, especially. They're gonna go, whoa, shit, and get scared.
Yeah,
and that's when I immediately just am like.
But I also follow the money, and I'm like, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I know.
You know, that's where I was like, shit, if they're canceling sports.
Listen, trillionaires don't want to see even $5 go away. So to take away like one of their main revenue streams like that.
But I think like when you
just
get to
watching
Gates
money
level,
just pissed away.
I think when you get to Gates level, he don't give a fuck. He wants power. Like that dude's.
Yeah. He wants to inject fucking Indian kids and babies and shit.
We're talking about
that
like,
you guys were gonna get along.
Team, like I'm saying,
he's eating babies. I fucking know it.
I'm saying like team owners, and guys that own.
Yeah, but those dudes are run by the real money. If you're a modern day like slave owner, you're run, but you got your own owner.
Yeah, you're going deep, Nick.
Dude,
you're going really deep. Yeah.
My father-in-law is like a racing nut, like NASCAR nut. And so I'm over there on Sunday. NASCAR is virtual now. It's video games. And they got the guys. What is this? He calling you? Oh, John Freeman. All right. So NASCAR is virtual, right? They got the guys racing. They show them at their houses and they're like $10,000 video game race cars. They're all on the virtual track.
Really?
They do a prayer before the race. Huh?
This is so interesting. I didn't even know about this.
I didn't know about it until I went over to my father-in-law's. I love racing, but I don't watch NASCAR really. I go over there. So it's some nerds racing and some like the real guys. Literally now they're selling all these cars, right? They're like 10 grand. It's like a couple screens, the computer. So they do a prayer before the race. They do the national anthem, and then they did a fucking like a bomber Air Force jet flyover. And the jet was a fucking computer simulation over a fake racetrack where they're going to have a fake race.
Yo.
This is real.
Yeah.
America.
Nick, do you want to hear?
It was bizarre.
I was working with two people to set up a tour. Actually, one of the guy now announces for the Internet NASCAR series. I shouldn't probably put that much detail into it, but
you got pretty specific.
That was pretty specific. Anyway, there you go. Mike's out of here.
No, I'm here. I gotta take a piss. I don't want you guys to see me taking a piss.
We were working on doing a tour, and I was like, they go, we need to do something. It's never been done before. And I said, it needs to be coupled with on like a video game or something like that. So we have a tournament, and then the finals are actually played on the floor during halftime or something like that on the big screen. And they fucking were like, blah, 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 like, you're an idiot. And they just fucking didn't respond to me and stuff. And then all of a sudden it come out, and they had to call me and be like, you were right. They're fucking doing internet games. And I was like, yo, I told you that was the next thing they were going to do.
Ask Christy. I've been saying it. Hey, what did we see at X Games, Clint? All those kids. We'd see 3 kids with matching jerseys. They were having the video game championships next door to the stadium.
Yeah.
Or in the stadium.
That shit's getting big. I also told them I'm giving all my ideas away.
That's just huge.
I also said we need to do a 3D experience, so you could put your goggles on, even if you're in the place or if you're home. You pay so much, and then you can sit there and look around the arena and stuff, and be like on the floor, or you can switch and then ride with one of the riders. Like, no, I want to ride with fucking.
Dude.
I want to ride with Tyler Bierman, bro. So then you're like all on his helmet cam. Because you know those new GoPros fucking Wi-Fi it.
If you buy a Monster and use the promo code, you get a 10% discount on your Tyler Bierman fan
watch
experience.
cam.
Dude, I give it before Christmas. They'll be selling that shit.
I mean, I think it's. I don't know. I think this is going to be a thing. I think it's gonna be a thing.
All it did was speed up what was happening.
Oh,
period.
That's that's a hell of a point.
No, I mean that is what it is. Yeah, everything.
Dude, Instagram and Twitter with their live stuff, they're just coming in their pants right now. They're just sitting in Instagram Incorporated building just all day going, look at how many motherfuckers are live.
And half of them are actually coming.
Actually, the rest are just pretending to also come, and now it's going to become a weird societal thing. People are just going to pretend they're coming all the time just because they.
No, guys are going to start faking it.
I've never come before.
Guys are good. We're going to take back faking orgasms.
Yeah. Patriarchy forever.
I love faking orgasms all over faces. You know?
Dude,
she's like, no, I was totally kidding.
That would upset a chick way more than you actually coming on their face.
Yeah, I was nervous.
Yeah, I got super nervous.
Just like, that's all you deserve.
You roll over and turn on your video game championship.
Oh my God. It's a once in a lifetime thing. Hartford, the whale. No mall rats. No,
you lost me. How old are you guys?
Now you're
What's
definitely
the age group here?
Now you're definitely gonna build fucking Gates injection.
You're the youngest one, Nick, for sure.
I'm the youngest.
You're definitly getting it, man.
Are you talking to me?
I'm gonna need something because I'm gonna get tetanus from this thing I found.
His drink with a fucking with that found hiking stick.
Don't worry.
That's how we build our immunities in the Midwest.
That's exactly why he's not sick.
Yeah, that is how they do herd immunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I found this on the ground. Start stirring your drink with it. Like, dope.
I'll be putting butter on my kids' toast with this thing tomorrow morning.
Absolutely.
Come on. Inoculate yourselves, children.
With the hatchet end.
Yeah.
You gotta
man, this thing I stirred my drinks with this. I cut my kids' food. I killed a raccoon.
If you saw my house, you'd be like, I literally have eggs on the counter right now, and they still got like feathers and shit on them,
Good.
And they're not refrigerated.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Good. They shouldn't be fucking refrigerated.
I got duck eggs too. They're fucking huge.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
I haven't had the duck eggs yet. I just.
Wait, so do you have a little bit of a farm going on?
Well, I'm in a small town. There's a customer of mine. I went to their house, like, take some eggs. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're not doing anything on your property?
No, I'm in town, but I mean, my backyard's a cornfield. But I don't know. Everybody else around me's got them, so I figure I can get to them easy enough. I got guns, so if they get stingy with them, I can still get eggs if my kids are hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Hey, you have any chickens or like farm or you grow anything? No, I have guns. I can get whatever I need.
I hunt for food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me that lettuce.
That's my can of spam, you fuck.
The funny part is, it's the lady who was my who gave me
Hey,
the
whoa,
egg.
hold up.
What?
Wait, you're in Illinois.
Illinois, yeah.
So
He's in the noise.
in the noise.
Bring the noise.
So wait. You said you have guns. I thought it's really hard to get guns where you're at.
No, just Chicago.
Yeah, how fucked up is that?
Chicago. Well,
That's
it's not
not
hard to get them in
ironic.
Chicago.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
just in
supposed to have them in Chicago.
So they have strict gun laws just in Chicago.
Yeah,
Just in the area with the bad gun rate.
just where,
Just where the blacks are.
just in the deadliest
Oh,
part of the
that's-
U.S., they have strict gun laws.
No, I mean that's what the
Yeah.
government says. I'm not saying it, but that's what the government's
Dude.
like. Oh,
I'm
Well,
pretty sure
that's
that
always
that's not the verbiage that the government uses.
that
But,
is whatever they put in their things. That's what they want to say. Just like the rest of the fucking state can get guns, but where the blacks are at, nah, you can't have guns.
Yeah, but here, so when they talk about all the shootings, like a couple a day, whatever it is, that's 45 minutes north of me, which is a whole nother world. Like, it changes quick. They can't hardly have guns. Down here, everybody I know's, I don't know, not everybody, but most everybody's got guns.
Yeah.
You never worry about it. It's just a different.
Pistols, like what? Like an ID, like a street legal, you're good. But
Yeah.
no, because for here it's fucking nuts, man. Like here, if you don't have in New Jersey, you got to go through a lot of shit to get a fucking gun. It's
Yeah.
not 1, 2, 3. It's not.
Well, I mean, if I bought one gun from a gun shop, I had to wait a day. That was just a handgun.
A day.
I was outraged at that. I almost came in with my other gun.
What is it?
Bandit.
That's amazing. I'd kill you if I had my gun.
Listen, in Georgia, I had to wait like 5 minutes while they ran the background test. And then they came
Yeah,
back
and-
to me.
and that was only because I wanted a different color that they had to go get out of the back.
No,
Yeah.
they had to wait for
That was
the
special order.
they had to wait for the dial up to connect and everything. So-
Now, the credit card thing with the carbon. Here you go.
No, they
Clint,
did,
you know
Your
the
gun,
machine,
sir.
right?
yeah.
All right, so we'll just use his name like that. He lived in Arizona for a while. He got Arizona IDs last like 40 years or something. So he moved to LA. Now he's in Washington, but he still goes back to Arizona because you can get any gun
Anything.
pretty much instantly.
Arizona is amazing. Arizona, when you go into a bar, that's the place I want. That's where I want. Like when
Jesus.
So is
I'm in my
Nevada.
when I'm in my later years, I want to be an Arizonian. I love that fucking place, bro. Certain bars, it's like, please check your gun. Like if you're gonna have drinks, please check your gun. And they have like little lockers. No, real talk. They have little lockers to check your gun because you're gonna be drinking. Like they straight up carry.
Hey, Wyoming still has a law
What?
on the books that says if you are going to open carry a pistol, it has to be loaded.
Don't be frightened.
Like,
Really?
listen, if you're gonna have a gun
Yes.
on you, you
Don't be
better
a
have
fucking
bunch of
pussy.
bullets.
Yeah, because
If you're
people
gonna have a gun, don't be a pussy.
because people in the old days would get fucking bold. They'd be drinking, talking shit, pull their gun out, not have any fucking ammo, and the other guy's like, "All right, bam."
You know what's
I
crazy
think
about
you,
that?
you gotta wear like
Oh, wait.
bandoleros
Isn't
at
that a
all
place where-
times. That's
I
where
think-
I'm at.
I think Wyoming is the place like where if someone challenges someone to a street fight, like I challenge you to a fight, like you can't get charged, and the person says I accept.
Awesome.
I like that. Good. Now it keeps people from running their mouths.
That.
Yeah,
needs
there's no
to be.
charges. I think Wyoming is the state there's one state in our country
That's
where
smart.
I think I'm almost positive it's Wyoming. Now that you said that,
You need two.
where you could challenge someone to a fight, and if they accept and you fight, no one goes to jail. It's great.
How many?
We need that in New Jersey bad.
How
Oh
many
my God.
people do you need to verify?
Oh my god.
How many
I think-
verifications do you need?
You probably just hit a terms of agreement on your phone. You both hit okay, and
Nowadays.
just start beating the shit out of each other.
You both have terms of endearment on your phone.
Yeah, you just hit it.
If you said, "Hey, do you accept the terms to this fight in Wyoming?" they would challenge you to another fight. Just out of fucking pride. I ain't signing shit for Google or Apple.
If you backed out of that fight in Wyoming, they would all beat your ass.
The judge comes to your house and beats the shit out of you.
That's legal as shit.
With the plaintiff.
The judge goes, "You back down, you fucking pussy," and he just starts fucking you up.
That's great. So let me get this straight here,
Takes your
son.
ass to jail.
You back down from this fight? Yeah, I feel like fuck. Guilty.
Fucking pussy just fucks you up.
He just has his little mallet. Fights on.
I'm actually dying to go to Wyoming. I want to go so fucking bad. Go out to the Tetons and Yellowstone, etc.
Yeah.
It's like right,
I want to take my kids.
Oh, I know. It's right at the triangle there of Wyoming. What is it? Wyoming, Colorado, or something.
Yeah, and all of you can basically go from Yellowstone to the Tetons and like Jackson Hole. I always wanted to go in the off season, just to hike, not for skiing. That whole round trip is like maybe 3 hours to go from one place to the other. It's like not far at all. It's fucking awesome.
I think I ever went to Jackson Hole, but we had some shows right there. Maybe we did. But we had some shows right there, and then we went and stayed the week in between. Dan and I did, Nick. Right, like I think it was on the Wyoming side, in some like little fucking rest stop, like RV park or something. This is actually a good story. Dan, we're at a bar, and Dan keeps going on about he wants to ride horses.
Dan's a Texan.
He's from Texas. So
Yeah, you got to
like,
get it.
He's a Texan that has never ridden a horse. And
he's ridden horses. Not a ton.
Oh, okay. Ready to prove his.
But he's ridden.
It's like, I'll fucking show you I can ride a horse.
Yeah.
Like, all right, pal. I never said anything otherwise.
He can ride one, but like not, like super good running around.
These are Yankee horses. He wants to dominate them.
Foreshadowing. No. So we're at a bar at that night, and we're drinking, and these girls sit down next to us, like 3 of them, and he turns to me and he goes, "Hey, they're talking about doing like horse tours or whatever." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "I've been talking about horses for like a week." He goes, "These girls do horse tours. I'm going to say something." I said, "Okay." So he says something to the girl.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. So he says something to the girl, and they're like, "Yeah, we ride horses or whatever." And she goes, "Oh, let me guess, you ride a lot." And he goes, obviously sarcastic. He goes, "Oh, yeah." Like, that's exactly how he answers, right? So the next day we show up at the place, and they put us on horses. And we go halfway through the ride, and then she's like, there's another couple that were, like said that they rode a lot. So we get halfway through the ride. Now, mind you, at this point in my life, I've been led around on a horse for like 5 minutes the day I landed my first backflip because the chick at the farm made me. And that's literally the amount that I've ridden a horse. So halfway through the ride, they're like, this other chick said, this older woman and her husband said they rode a lot and they'd like to go a little faster. So they say, anybody else want to go a little faster? Nobody else comes. So it's 4 of us and this one instructor lady. So we start going through these little trails, and they start like galloping a little bit. And I don't know to like roll my hips and all that shit. So I'm just getting smashed for like... The stirrups are just barely too long, so I have to put my feet down, and I have regular sneakers on, so they don't have heels, so they just push through the stirrups the whole time. So I'm just fucking wrap my legs around the horse, trying not to fly off of it. I finally hear somebody say something about rolling their hips, so then I start doing that. We come back out of like this tight trail, and then we get back onto like the power line. It wasn't power line because we're in fucking Wyoming. I don't know what it was, like a cut trail. And the horses take off, and my horse just starts fucking following them. Like, I feel it's kind of rough, and all of a sudden I feel it leaving the ground. and we're doing like 45 miles an hour at this point, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, I'm going to die on a horse. This is how I die. I get thrown off of a horse, obviously. So I look in front of me and they're stopping, and my horse I'm not controlling. I'm just trying to not die the whole time. So they stop in the trail, and my horse literally can't stop, and it gets off of the trail, and I slide past Dan. I have the reins like really high, so I'm over my head with the reins trying to pull it back, and fucking my horse is full on like cartoon skidding past fucking Dan's
like
horse.
full, like both legs like this.
Yeah,
like forward.
full, yeah, just skidding back, and I'm like, holy shit. And then they did it again after we slowed down a little bit. They ran them again, and I'm like, you guys are I'm about to die.
You still had to ride after that?
Yeah, and then we made it out of there, but fucking now I'm a professional horse rider because of my hour and a half ride that I took.
And what are the chances that Dan actually had cowboy boots on? Or something with a heel?
He definitely had regular boots
extremely
with a
high.
heel. Yeah, he definitely had boots with a heel. Yeah, I'm totally unprepared. I have no idea what's going on.
He's got
and
Etnies on.
next thing the horse has fully left the ground, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Not for nothing, man, but that's like an epic, death story for all your motocross buddies.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, did you hear about Clint? You're like, no, what happened? Like, yeah, man. He fuck himself up doing a trick. Like, nah, man, horse fucking just jumped right off a cliff with him on it.
That was a very
shit was crazy.
Wasn't even that. It wouldn't even have been that good. It would have been like I just fell off of said horse and broke my neck, and that was the end of it.
You got Superman.
Yeah. And that guy
That's
knew what he
too
was
soon for
doing. I have fucking zero idea what was going on there.
Did you guys bang the chicks?
No. Fuck no. They had no idea what I was doing. They were like, huh.
Didn't even have a cowboy hat or nothing.
And then we went back to our box van painted in circus colors at the RV park. So no.
Also not a huge chick magnet.
No, it didn't work out for that one. Maybe we drove our box
Gave
van
us Yankees a terrible name that day.
Oh shit. That's good, Clint.
All right, so what other conspiracy things you got, Nick?
Conspiracies. Come on, stop with the conspiracy.
Why? You love it. Nick loves it.
I
too.
heard that sometimes they're going to put one comedian in on every podcast that's going to dispel conspiracies.
He's going
to make them look fraudulent.
That one
What? Hold up.
Hey, so is
Rewind.
the government has
here,
to
I've accused Tripoli of this on Instagram.
Oh, let's hear.
Years ago,
Government
before
shield.
people started doing it when it was popular. Is he I don't know how much he believes in conspiracies and how much he's fucking setting us up.
He's not setting anyone up.
Well, obviously I don't believe you.
Mike
CIA
has long I can tell you secondhand Mike has a lot of conversations with him late at night from what he tells me, and he has no reason to make that up until
that's
now.
exactly what they'd want you to think, Clint.
Oh,
Mike's also a shill.
So Nick, you're one of those guys that everyone's a shill.
No, I like Tripoli. I called him out. He laughed at it.
Okay, hear me out for a second.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like you, but not about personal people. More about that everything's a psyop. Right? I'm to me, like almost everything's a psyop. Like, do you follow Q?
Yeah, Q is a psyop for sure.
Right? Exactly. So you're deep, man. I didn't realize this guy's this deep. I thought
told you guys.
Oh, you're like, he likes conspiracies. I thought it was like, you're like,
No,
fluoride.
here, so
all right, so
I
he's
like
on
conspiracy.
fluoride level. I didn't realize he was this deep. All right, so
he
listen,
knows
Nick.
stuff I don't know. This is just shit I bring up.
No, he goes hard in the paint. I'm not prepared for this at all. I was not prepared for this at all. I'll snap out of it. But all right. So Nick, there's levels to all this shit, right? So I'm at the point in my life where my awakening happened a little while ago, and now to me, everything's a psyop. You can't trust anything. You know, you can't trust if maybe the Earth is flat, maybe it's not, maybe that's a psyop. Everything is like a psyop, and it's annoying, especially to your friends that are starting to wake up now, and you're like, I don't know. You question everything. So I know sometimes people question people, and I question a lot of people for sure. However, I've also met a lot of people, and I know a lot of people, and they're not all in on this grand scheme. Like you were saying, you said it yourself. You said it yourself, how the owners of the NFL are just the fucking pawns, right?
Yeah.
So Tripoli, I'm gonna tell you right now, he's one of my that's one of my boys. That's my ride or die boy. He is not a shill by any means. First of all, he's a shill. He's a really bad shill because he's making a lot more fucking money.
Well, so first time I ever heard of Tripoli was I was listening to Owen Benjamin, and Tripoli was doing a plea to him or something to chill out, and I'm like, all right. So I heard him out. When I started listening, I mean, anybody here, in my mind, anybody could be a shill, but you go by people you know or people you listen to, and you hear them out until you hear otherwise. Like, you know, the whole Dr. Shiva story?
Yeah.
Him and Kennedy are having a big battle in the anti-vax movement.
Yeah.
That's so fucking nuts. Like out of nowhere too. Like,
yeah,
like,
you're
a liar.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I'm like, well,
what is happening right now?
Which one's real, which one's fake? I'm like, well, for now, they're all, as far as I'm concerned, they're all getting good information out there. So we'll hear them out. And then when somebody shows up, you just don't put anybody up as like your Jesus piece.
Never. That's true.
Because then when they fall, you look like an asshole.
That's true.
All right, this guy's good. He's got a good point.
48 laws of power. Never pledge allegiance.
Yeah, no, that's true. Listen, that's 100. That's so weird you said that, Clint. I was listening to it. That's my first like self-help book I ever read. And I listened to it again last night. I did the abbreviated version. That's so weird.
You know, the Pledge of Allegiance was written by a Baptist socialist.
Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't, but I kind of did.
Well, it seems pretty obvious when you.
Yeah. It's like something. But hear me out real quick, Nick. Sam is a friend of mine. Like when if I go to LA,
he
really
believe he's a shill. He was just giving him shit.
He's not a. I'm telling you straight up. Like,
you've established that.
But he's not. I'm telling you, if you trust me, I don't know if you do or not. He's not one of those people. Being that he just met you, I'm sure he trusts you.
I'm a trusting person, but then like, you just trust people until they prove otherwise, right? That's somebody's.
Yes and no. I mean, and then you get to know people, right? And you could tell their energy, and you could see people. I mean, listen, I've definitely met some people. I look back now, I'm like, oh, that's some Illuminati shit. I was in the music industry for a while, and I was naive. I was naive back then, you know. And I was awake to some shit, but not that the real dark shit. I was awake to other things. I was awake to how you put drugs in certain neighborhoods and liquor stores in certain neighborhoods. I was awake to that kind of stuff, the Rage Against the Machine style awakeness, but not the dark stuff, right?
Yeah.
If anything, the dark stuff to me was cool. You know? To me, that was cool back then. Now it's like, fuck that. You know, I love Slayer. I love that shit back then. But
I feel like you got government psyop?
Yeah. I don't know about Slayer, but Satanic Panic, absolutely. Absolutely, that's a fucking government psyop. Absolutely, dude. It's not one of the 48 laws of power, but if you want to be in power, you fucking get people to you create people to get upset about what you're actually doing. You know what I mean? You rap music, gangster rap music. Come on, guys. I was the biggest fan of that. I was in that industry. That shit's fucked up. That shit not only did it get a lot of African Americans incarcerated, it got a lot of white kids incarcerated because they wanted to be cool and do that shit. That's just preaching, selling drugs, killing. And then now you look at the rap music, and the rap music is what Slayer and all that is. They straight up are doing satanic shit. You guys look at any fucking rap videos right now, they're straight up doing Luciferian satanic ritual on their videos.
Yeah.
But it
Wide
all
open.
comes in waves. It comes in waves.
What do
Before
you
that, it was like,
say-
let's sell the drugs. Now it's like, let's do the drugs. Now it's just straight up, I fucking worship my allegiance to the devil.
But
It's
that's
back-
not.
back-
Listen, satanic. You should know this if your woman knows about witchcraft or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but satanic isn't even. They don't even believe in the fucking devil.
All right, no, Clint, you're right and you're wrong. There's levels. There's levels to everything, right? So there's the Church of Satan from Anton LaVey, and he fucks with everyone, and that family fucks with everyone. It's like believe in yourself, and they do a lot of like spiritual, new age
Feel good.
stuff. That's basically atheism, I guess, but not really because you're talking about oneness, and I believe in oneness. And they take a little bit, just like Scientology, man. They take a lot of very good things. They all do it, man. Christianity, they all do it. They take a lot of good things and just fucking. I don't know about Christianity, maybe a harsh word, but the Roman Catholic Church I'll talk about. They take good things and they fucking and they dirty them up. So it's just like Q. It's like everything else. They give you a little bit, but fuck you. We're gonna give you a little bit, and it's the same thing with Church of Satan. Now, the Church of Satan, and there's Satan worshipers, there's devil worshipers, and then there's Luciferians. And I have a hard time with Luciferians because Lucifer, true breaking down his name, is the bearer of light. The bearer of light means the illuminated ones. The North Star are the morning star, and there's a lot of things with Lucifer that are not bad. There's a lot of things he was.
But when you come from a human standpoint of, at least the way I look at it, we're naive and open to. We're easily tricked by that. Like, oh, you want the knowledge, you want it. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. And how much can people handle?
It's a tough one. Listen. The Lucifer thing is a tough. But my point is, I don't know everything at all, obviously. But my point is that it's like you go like this, and it's all a psyop, and it's all. And I think that going full circle back to talking about just certain people and what is their agenda is that certain people and their agenda, there's definitely people out there that they know, and what they're doing is to fuck with you and to fuck with the youth and to fuck with whatever and just do the wrong thing. There's others I feel that don't even realize they're pushing an agenda, right? That they don't even realize it, but they're drinking the Kool-Aid. They work for this company. They love this company. Can't tell them any different. The sheep, right? And then you got people that are trying to fight, and you got people that are trying to open up eyes. And it brings me back. Sam's one of those people. Sam's ready to die for this shit. Sam's ready to die for this. Sam will die.
Instagram like 2 years ago, a year ago.
Yeah.
He liked it, so I could appreciate that. But I don't write people off. First of all, I just threw it out there as a joke. I was like, I don't know if you're fucking in on this or you're out of it, what it is, but he liked it. So I'm like, well, he gets the joke. But then I just listen to people.
I'm sure
Nobody
he appreciates your questioning.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing. It's like when anybody who touches these subjects, you're talking to people who question everything. So what are you supposed to do?
All right.
But speaking of that, where people that mislead people or don't mislead people, and then you were talking about the rap culture. Did you ever see the Alex Jones interview with Freeway
Ricky Ross?
Freeway Rick Ross.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Where he talks about where they take black kids from school to jail.
Yep.
Well, that's they were talking like the inception of like gangster rap was like a brainchild of the privatized system, prison systems and record labels, where they were like, this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're gonna push, and like you'll have more fucking prisoners than you know what to do with.
guys, Ice Cube is a billionaire.
Yeah.
Ice Cube's a billionaire. Eazy-E's dead. I don't know if you guys know anything about NWA, but
yeah,
Ice Cube's a billionaire.
Ice Cube's a fucking shill.
Ice Cube's a billionaire. Eazy-E is dead. Eazy-E was the real motherfucking gangster.
I feel like
Eazy-E was the real motherfucking gangster.
You mean Dr.
Ice
Dre?
Cube. What?
You mean Dr.
Oh
Dre?
yeah, well all of them.
No, Ice Cube.
Dr. Dre, Jay-Z.
You're telling me Ice Cube has more money than Dr. Dre?
Yes. Yes.
No way in the world.
Bro, he produced. Do you know how many movies he produced? We're not going to argue right now. I mean, listen, Dr. Dre with the beats for Dre later on might have brought him up too.
But that's
But
not
Ice
movie
Cube-
money.
No, he's a producer of all those black films. He's a family man. And guess what else happened to Ice Cube? He was ostracized by Eazy-E. Get the fuck out of here. And then guess who else was? Comes up next, second in command, Dr. Dre. Easy said, get the fuck out of here. You're both fucking mark-ass bitches. Because, bro, that's a CIA experiment.
Yo, Ice Cube's worth 160 million. Dr. Dre is worth 820 million.
Okay.
So like, fucking stop. Like,
Yeah, but
you're wrong.
you're
I'm
looking.
sorry.
First of all, you're looking online, and you're looking.
All right, dude. You're talking about a guy that owned a record.
You're talking
label
about Beats. You're
with
talking about Beats by Dre. You're talking about Beats by Dre.
No,
Yes.
that's not what I'm
Later
talking about.
on.
I'm not going to argue with you. It's fine. You're
Go
just
ahead.
totally
Go ahead.
wrong.
So what? He owned
Why? 'Cause he
Interscope.
was-
You're telling me he owned Death? He owned Death Row? No, he didn't. Suge Knight did. What did he own? Beats by Dre pushed him over the limit. But
So we're agreeing that they're used to grab a whole generation of young black dudes
yeah,
and push
Yeah,
them through a system.
100%.
The
That's
whole
the-
generation not to raise their kids, and then that generation's that's not raised to glorify gangster culture. Get into and then keep drugs illegal so that it becomes like something they gravitate towards, not only because they can make money because it's glorified, and then so that's what's 45 minutes north of me, where they can't have guns and they're shooting each other on a regular basis, and I'm down here where we don't buy into it. We may listen to it because white kids buy more rap music than anybody else.
Yeah.
True, but nobody here glorifies it that hard because we don't glorify going to jail. Where them, it's like when you're in that culture, this isn't a racist thing. When you grow up in that specific culture up there in the south side of Chicago, going to jail is part of what's going to happen.
yeah, that's part
You're
of.
like, all right, I'm
growing
going
up.
to do my time. Even for me and my buddies, like all of our dads got arrested several times. So we all thought, oh, we'll get arrested, and we all did, but not like hard time. But if your
Yeah.
dad did 10 years, you're like, oh, I'll do a couple.
Yeah, but that's also, man, like I hate these fucking words and everything, but that's kind of like white privilege in a way, and I hate that shit. But I'm sorry, man. I've been
Go with
through
white
it.
privilege for now, because they're coming for the people who run shit don't care white, black. They're like, okay, cool, got the blacks.
Yes,
time.
it's all levels. It's all coming. You're right, and now it's actually coming after.
That's
White,
what Sam was
middle
talking
class.
about today, because he was saying heroin and the same thing they did to the blacks 20 years
Yes.
ago is
Yeah.
what they're doing to the whites today.
Yeah. That's what OxyContin started. OxyContin, everyone got hurt. You know, Clint, we've talked about this many times. You get hurt, you get a lot of fucking pain pills, then the pain pills get dried up, and then all you get is fucking heroin. Yes.
Yeah.
There's levels. Listen, nobody's safe.
Or opium hash, allegedly, which is not like hash at all. It's more like
Allegedly.
Opium hash.
Clint looks like the devil.
yeah, I couldn't get any more. They were like, yeah, you're not getting any more pills, and I was like, well, that sucks. So I asked my friend in Austin. I was like, hey, can you get me pills? And he goes, no, I can only get opium hash. And I'm like,
Opium
okay.
hash.
I
What's
figured
that?
it was like regular hash.
I think it was sopium.
Yeah,
Is
pretty
that
much
is
what it
that
was.
that ready
That's
rock?
the true
Remember
that shit we
used to
market
get
work
back in
right
the
there.
It was like putty.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
smelled like incense.
That's
I don't know.
that red rock shit. That
You
red rock
had to-
opium.
It wasn't rock. It was fucking.
No, I know.
It's
It's just
putty.
like the name. It's just the name of it. It's like
Yeah,
it
it was
looks
like
like
putty.
clay.
And you had to put it on tin
Yeah, it's like
foil,
clay,
you
like
freebase
putty.
it.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you probably just got black tar heroin, to be honest with you.
maybe. I don't know.
No, back in those days, you
Listen,
just straight up got black tar heroin.
After like 4 days of nothing with my leg, I was like, I don't care. So I put
So Clint just fucking
some of
admitted
I
to
put
smoking
some
black
of-
tar heroin.
Listen, this is the healthcare's fault. First off, pain pill addiction is supposed to be a disease, right? After 12 injuries, I would say I've proven I do not have said disease, and I should be eligible for whatever I want. They should ask me if I want black tar heroin at the hospital after I get
Yeah,
done.
I agree with that. I'm all board with that. I think
Yeah.
all drugs should be legal.
Do you need syringes? No, my point is I've proven I don't have a opium addiction.
It's just a big cock addiction.
A big cock addiction?
Like-
What's going on?
Yeah, you're a size king.
I love having a big cock.
No, I mean dictated to your butthole. But
What happened? You froze up.
no, I actually was
Worried about
just
what we're
thinking for a
talking about.
second.
He was furious.
No, back to what we're saying. There's levels to this shit, and I don't think you can say easily this guy. I used to be that person. This guy's this, that guy's this. I don't. There's certain people that are straight up. You can just tell, and I still won't say. There's certain people out there. I don't want to say the name Tom Hanks. I don't really want to say it. I don't want to say
I'll say
Oprah.
Tom Hanks is a pedo.
You know, I don't want to say Ellen. But those people seem pretty obvious that something's up. Then you
Too
got your other people. I hate to say his name right now, but you're pulling. You got a Joe Rogan, where it's like, you used to question everything, and we all love you, but why are you getting mad at Tim Dillon talking about fucking vaccines? Like, why? That's just weird.
Yeah,
Why are you bringing certain?
Anybody that, like, even Deegan, there's a dude in motocross that he is on the online all the time being like, hey, stay home, bro. And
Stay
I'm
home,
like,
and then he's out and about. Because here, he's sponsored by Ford Monster. So everybody's got their overlords. It's what you take on. So Rogan, he says he doesn't have any overlords. That's the thing. He doesn't have any major sponsors. He's got On It. He's got these things. And you're like, oh, he owns part
Cash
of that.
App's pretty big, dude.
I know it's big, but you think, oh, he owns part of it. So he has control. I feel like there's somebody else.
Cash App. He's sponsored by Cash App. That's pretty big.
Oh, I don't know. So once his show quit going live and he cut that, remember that whole thing? I was kind of like, I listened to his last Elon one. I like him. And maybe just because I disagree with him on some stuff, but I feel like, whatever. But the thing is, like Alex Jones, I've always gone back and forth on that guy.
Yeah, there you go. Let's talk about Alex Jones. That's a perfect person to talk about.
But he's entertaining. But I never get too hyped on what he says. But over the years, he continues to go at shit. And when he gets called out, for being a shill for Israel or any of these things, he'll at least bring it up. And maybe that's what somebody would do when they're getting accused. Maybe they wouldn't. I don't know. But I still listen to him here and there. I'm not going to just completely blow him off. Bro,
when the shit hits the fan, the first person I type into my browser is Alex Jones.
Yeah.
If there's a school shooting, if there's a mass, anything that happens, the first thing I go is InfoWars.
Yeah, they always got good stuff.
And I mean, listen, I'm by half the time I'm fucking laughing like I'm watching a comedy set because he's hysterical, where he's crying and he's throwing, and then he's like, then halfway through he's like, but you know what helps me? Alpha or whatever his brain, brain shield.
And I believe he's real, but you can't help but think that, like, holy shit, whether or not you say it out loud, you're like, is this dude for real on this, or is he in on it?
He's he snuck in the Bohemian Grove. I mean, that's real.
I know, and I walked
in, and we watched those tapes a long time ago where they were shaky, and he was there, and he's done some ballsy shit. He questioned everything. He's done a lot of shit. Yeah, the Israel shit, all that. Who knows, man? But
you know who I really like that I always question?
Oh.
Gavin McInnes.
I'm not really a fan of his.
No?
No.
I think he's funny. I like him. But
he's funny. Listen, entertainment wise, yes.
Oh yeah, politically he doesn't, his facts are kind of garbage.
I just try not to. My thing, Nick, is I try not to lean too hard left, right, whatever. I like to just think for myself, man.
No, you have to be far left or far right. That's the only way you can be.
I hate that shit.
Well, I think left-right's all kind of like this whole Trump is right and Biden's left. I'm like, well, they're both kind of, Biden, not Biden, but Democrats. They're both pushing for government spending a lot of money to fix a problem. None of that's conservative. None of the biggest military budget in history is conservative. So, like, what we consider conservative now is like, where are you at? What does that mean? Like, that's the thing.
Or liberal. How can you say liberal? Dude, I most of my life I was a liberal. I don't give a fuck where you stick your dick. I could care less where you put your dick. everything you think was liberal thought is what I agreed with. But
Yeah.
what they're doing is I don't agree with any of it.
Well, now, like your TPUSA and liberals gone far, 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 far left. So the whole thing has moved left, and what's on the right is considered fucking a maniac psychopath at this point.
You're automatically a Nazi.
Nah, I think that's just fucking cable news telling you that.
I don't have cable news. I don't even have cable in my house. What I'm saying is, here, so like what's accepted by the right is like the right's trying, like TPUSA is trying to act, and that's definitely a movement
what is TPUSA? I don't even know what that is.
TPUSA is funded by the dude who Charlie Kirk. He goes around the college campuses, and his dad funded Trump's campaign, one of his major funders.
Okay.
And
I gotta write this down.
He brings a dude around who's a black guy, who's a military veteran, but he's also gay.
Okay.
So this is the new conservative is like, they try to pretend they're libertarian where they're like, we don't care what you do, but we're conservative. But they're pro-war 100%. And they're pro-Zionist.
So they're war hawks.
They're war hawks, they're Zionists. So it's like, but they go into this like libertarian conservative thing. So it's like they've gone from I don't know. They got people thinking that that's conservative, and it's not. And it's fine if that's what you want, but like real conservative is conservative, and that's not.
Yeah,
it.
I agree. I didn't know about
it.
I didn't know about this TPUSA.
Look it up, dude.
But yes, Nick. Yes, a conservative is a conservative, and now they're becoming.
They're trying to make it cool, like, oh, it's cool to be conservative. Well, if you're 20, conservative, you're not cool.
Yes, that shit is.
Hey, there's Christian hardcore music. All right, you can do whatever you want.
I don't listen to Christian hardcore.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's really fucking not good.
Greg Hartman would argue with you.
Can't feel that hard.
I wouldn't fight Greg Hartman over that one though.
If you're gonna fucking make dark music, you gotta summons dark things. You know?
Listen, it made zero sense to me as well, but he was like, no way, man. And I'm like, all right, cool. I guess. I don't think
Clint likes normal hardcore.
I don't like religious music either.
Here, I've been saying it since '91. Christian music's gay.
Listen, I'm not religious.
You want to sing Christian? I'll listen to hymns. I don't want to hear hip hop Christian.
Yeah.
I don't even want to listen to hymns. All right, I'm fucking good.
Come on, man! Oh Holy Night is a great fucking jam.
Is that a hymn? That's not a hymn.
It's a great song, Clint. So we don't want to get into the details of it. All right.
Yo, listen. Eye of the Tiger is a super homosexual 80s song.
That is a Tiger worship
I gotta tell you something
that they've been singing
would
in.
Be unless then the only reason that anybody has any different opinion of that song is Rocky. All right? Period. End of story.
Speaking of homos, we gotta get into the Rocky situation.
What's up with Rocky?
I don't know. I just was hoping that would just fade away.
Talking about fucking Rocky?
Oh, get it! Oh, whoa! He's ghost, bro.
Oh, bro,
I'm totally joking. I'm totally joking.
You can't do that.
I'm totally joking.
Mike's one of these, like, you know,
is a fucking shill.
He is chill.
He's a fucking
Rocky. Everyone knows Rocky worked for the fucking.
It was a communist shill who was set up to make Americans look like wimpy pussies.
Exactly.
Drago
was a double agent for the mafia. You're like, what?
The mafia would not work with that guy. Sorry.
The mafia is a psyop.
They'll work with anybody. They're out to make money.
That's episode 14. The mafia is a psyop.
Oh, Clint, did you say the episode in Spanish today?
No, we're beyond my.
Hola, amigo.
Oh, these aren't the intros anymore. I'm sorry.
El Clinto.
We're beyond my Spanish speaking.
I'm just drinking warm whiskey at this point because I ran out of ice like an hour ago. Yeah, Midwest. Why don't you be a man? Drink some
warm whiskey though. It's got to be out of a glass though, man. Plastic, you're hardcore.
Damn, I think. Listen,
that's hardcore.
We need to have an intervention with you We need to have an intervention with you, Macklemore.
Good luck.
We can get your career back off the fucking mat. You got to stop drinking warm
Guy
whiskey.
threatens me one more time.
This is his fucking high point of his career.
This
I don't know what you
hatchet
guys
is
are
going to
talking
take me
about.
back to the
Yeah,
top.
I'm peeking right here, guys. Don't stop this show.
All right, guys. So this is episode what?
13.
13.
Ooh, lucky 13. I like it.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Tripoli. That's what I was like, look, let's have him on 13. That'll be good.
Yeah.
So it's actually perfect. 13. Instead of having Tripoli on, we had a guy that hates Tripoli.
I never said
And
I
then-
have John on my podcast.
He did not say that.
I'm fucking kidding. I'm
The
kidding.
only
You know what I made Isaac listen to when we went to go
the
pick up his new
only
electric
thing-
dirt bike?
The only thing Henry will ever
Tripoli.
edit from this
Isaac's
song-
like, this guy cusses a
from
lot.
this-
Totally.
The only thing Henry will ever edit from this show is you saying that you called Tripoli out. And called him
If
a
he
suck.
can say that I H-word Tripoli and he can cut that out, then he's got it. But I never said it.
Hey, no,
No.
dude, I'm fucking completely kidding.
That's a
We all
challenge, though.
we
All
all
busting balls.
we all love Sam. We all bust balls. It's all
Can't wait till Thursday. Thursday, Sam will be on. Everyone tune in. He will be on.
Hell yeah, I just listened to him today. That's where how I got to the whole whatever fucking thing I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, with the whites and the middle class, like he's onto that shit because he's from upstate New York where he sees that shit, and it's true, man. Honestly, that's one thing he opened my. That was a point he had that really I was like, oh shit, because we've seen Henry, we've seen it, and where we live, we saw that shit. Like upper middle class areas getting destroyed with opiates. I mean, just boom, just killing. And that was the crack epidemic in the 80s and 90s. He's onto something there.
Oh, dude, here I live in a small rural Midwest town. That is fucking serious here, especially because most people are barely, we're all like middle class ish.
Yeah.
Like literally on my way here, I passed this girl that's always walking around town, and she's always got a big Polar Pop from the gas station filled with something, and she's always talking to herself, and it's clearly, I don't know what it is, heroin or something. And she's coming to my office asking for a job before, like, my town, we got like 2,000 people. It's a small town.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who she is. And she'll be sitting on the corner with her bags one day. She'll disappear for 2 weeks, and then she comes back. It's fucking real, like the problem in the Midwest.
Yeah.
You can't get hardly any drugs, but this girl somehow. And what do you do about it? Nobody can do anything about it.
Oh, the problem's real, man. The drug problem is real, and it's left the inner cities, which doesn't mean the inner city problem is a horrible problem too. The problem is it goes down to this, man. Whoever it is, or they are, or those people, they're trying to gut the families. They're trying to gut. It doesn't matter if it's middle, low. They don't want family value. They don't want family together. They don't want
Your government's your family.
Yes, they want.
They'll take care of you.
Daddy is daddy.
They'll give you the drugs that'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
They'll protect you. They'll take care of you. Your mother
Yes.
and father. You
Yeah.
can't trust them. And that's why
You guys need to
all
be
the
out
Disney
making
Disney
babies.
movies are fucking promoting
Who's
like
gonna
killing
make babies
parents
with
and all that
kids
shit.
and fight the state off with me?
I can't do it, man. I'm punched out after me. That's it.
There we go.
I'm sorry. I know.
What happened?
Making
I've
babies.
I've got
done.
2
Oh,
on the way. I'm fighting them off. Go get some chicks. Make babies.
No way, man. I can't do it. I got it. This has got it. This lineage of jerks has to end with me.
listen, we're way over time. We're almost at 2 hours. I don't know if we've ever had a podcast this long.
This is great. This was
No,
a really
this
fun
is great.
show.
This is great, but part 2, Nick, we'll talk. Listen, I have 2 kids.
All right.
No, I do.
Yeah.
I
All
have,
right.
I believe you.
yeah, but Henry's argument of not having kids is so fucking valid.
We'll save that for another show.
That's what I'm saying. We'll save that for
Thank
another
you
one.
guys so
All right.
much for tuning in.
You know?
Next time.
Clint, take us out.
Devil.
Awesome.
He's got a little glitch in his matrix right now.
Yeah, he's glitching.
His Adderall's gonna
No
kick in
sound.
any minute.
Yeah, the Adderall kick in.
Hey guys, we're over here. We're done with the shows. Trey,
I've just been listening to you guys. That's it. And all of a
Thank,
sudden Mike's
thank
like,
you.
All of a sudden, Mike's
How
like,
did it-
gotta go. He's gotta go have like a 3-hour conversation with Tripoli now. He'll be-
Listen, I can click off and you guys can keep talking.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna sign out. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thursday, I'm gonna re-release a poster that says Tripoli's on, and then maybe I'll lie to you again. But as
I was
of now-
glad I was able to be the guy that could steal Tripoli's show.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad you guys kicked off Tripoli to have a real guy on. Okay.
Yeah,
with-
that's
with a
really what
tomahawk.
it was. You know,
Tell him I'm coming at him.
Nick was like,
Okay.
"Listen, the only
Got
day
a knife
I
on
can
the
be
bottom.
is Monday. Take it or leave it." We're like,
Yeah.
"Nick, we
Beat
got
it,
you, baby."
Tripoli.